Once celebrated as the picture of Black love, Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship has now become a messy, emotional roller coaster that's being aired all over the internet. The couple, who once seemed unbreakable, are now throwing serious shade at each other, accusing one another of cheating, lying, manipulating, and dragging new people into their drama, like boxer Claressa Shields. At one point, Remy was calling out Papoose on social media, labeling him as dusty and a clout chaser. He hit back by calling her manipulative and unfaithful. If that doesn't scream red flags, I don't know what does. Their relationship is unraveling fast, and now Claressa, who's single, has no kids, and is known for keeping things clean, is being linked to Papoose while he's still technically married. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, and Claressa might want to back away before she gets completely caught up in it. Apparently, the real spark that lit this whole situation came after Claressa appeared on The Breakfast Club. She was asked about her relationship with Papoose.
Piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else.
You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. You're not Cardi B, man. Let's keep it a buck. This is how
and gave a calm, respectful answer. But even that was enough to set Remy off. Remy accused Claressa's team of releasing shady articles in the past and dragged both her and Papoose online. Still,
Need the handle? I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the
okay.
room. Like, but that takes time, and like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any ill will toward any women, and I don't have any ill will toward her.
Nobody shouldn't have any ill will towards me because I ain't do nothing to nobody. I look at it and I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her. I told Papoose. I told them, why don't you tell this stuff? Why don't you tell your current come up? 'Cause that's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. But why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex-house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. What are we talking about? I literally told my friends, they was like, yo, you think he ever gonna leave? I was like, when he finds a replacement, when he finds someone who we think he can have doing all the shit that I was doing, then he'll leave. Girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. I don't even know who he is today. Let me rephrase that. Because the person that I married in 2008, that's not who this is now. Now he's a wife.
Claressa didn't seem to say anything disrespectful in the interview. She even said she had no issues with any woman and held no bad feelings. But Remy took it personally and fired back hard. She started calling Papoose names, accusing him of turning cruel over time and blaming his personal failures and past disappointments for changing who he is. She claimed he became narcissistic, emotionally harmful, and even dishonest. According to her, he lies and twists the truth, sometimes denying things he said just minutes earlier. She painted him as someone who had lost his way and no longer resembled the man she married.
I'm such a real one. I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home and I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving. I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was there. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying.
Remy came with the receipts, showing Papoose was still in contact with one of his baby mamas not long after she came home. But even after all that, Remy stayed. She worked it out. She stayed.
She had a friend that she was away with. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. I always heard this person's name. I ain't think nothing of it. We had like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. She tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. But I told her to get out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed.
Now Papoose dropped his own little bomb, claiming Remy cheated on him with another woman and did it in their house while their daughter was right there.
Well, that's another thing. I'm like, oh, she was held down while she was in jail. I was who I was when I went to prison. My royalty check still came in. I gave power of attorney so that they could write checks and go on my account and do this. I was buying Christmas gifts, not just for my son, for 3 other children that I was still getting to know. Paying rent in a house that I paid rent in at least 3 different apartments that I never seen a day in my life. And you know what I came home to? I was paying rent from jail. When we was on them visits and nobody had no money, we was both on the visiting floor cold together. I did stupid shit like, hey, look at my new truck. It's a push gift. I bought that. So I did do some shit to put the sauce on it. But that's what you're supposed to do when you love somebody and y'all in a relationship. You make them see like they're bigger than what they are. You understand? The people that love in hip hop, one executive in particular who I heard was doing this behind the scenes. How you gonna be talking crazy like, I ain't see me taking 15, 20, 25,000 off of my fee to put it on that, or to put it on his fee? Why would I want my kid father to be messed up? If I got the bag over, I'm in